From one of the hearts of the Big 12, we welcome you to Manhattan, Kansas, here on IceBox Live. Hello, everybody. My name is Dink, and we've got ourselves a wonderful Big 12 mid-season matchup here to present to you on this lovely Monday evening. Kansas State versus TCU. Not exactly the start that Kansas State would want for their season, but looking to turn it around here against TCU, who is coming off a big victory last week against ranked Arizona State. But what will transpire in today's game? As we look to get this one started off here with the kickoff, and it's away. That one's going to sail through the back of the end zone. Touchback for the Wildcats, and they will start with the Rock. This is the second time we've seen Rockets on IceBox Live. We saw him in our neutral site series in Week 0 against Iowa State. That was a tough game, and they, I believe, just had their first loss. So now, again, looking to rectify. They go short up the middle. It's there. Tight end has the reception, and he's all the way to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 on the first play of the game. And just like that, the Cats are moving. And they'll set up 1st and 10, not 30 seconds into the game. Man in motion. They go RPO. They hand this one off. Not a lot of space. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage as Paul Ovewell makes the tackle right at the line to gain. The line of scrimmage. Avery Johnson coming out in pistol again. They want to go RPO. They get the bubble off. Receiver has a little bit of space, but it's closed quickly and maybe gets 4 on that play. So an early 3rd down for the Cats. They need about the 47-yard line in their own half of the field to convert. Bink, I apologize that I don't change the name of the stream. Sometimes it's hard to pay attention. They go to the angle route, caught by the running back, and he gets just enough for the first down up to the 50-yard line. First down, Cats yet again. And they're looking to start this game off with a score as they get their second first down of the drive. First down now. Avery Johnson looking to go short. Tipped and incomplete. Great defense by the Horned Frogs. GB the Penguin says, I can't read. You should probably look to learn how to read. 2nd and 10 now. They go to the corner route. Avery Johnson can't make the throw, just a little bit mistimed. Tried to throw it to him right as he was getting out of his break, but overthrew him. How do I learn to read if I can't read? Well, you probably can't read because you never learned how to read. 3rd and 10, they go up the seam to the tight end. It's caught again! No, it's dropped! The tight end could not reel in the catch, and that's going to be a 4th and 10 for Kansas State. Yes, Penguin, you are supposed to read the letters. That's how reading works. Ball bounces at about the 12, or bounces to about the 12. It's actually the 11. Bounces inside the 10 and gets the base backspin, and TCU will have tough starting field position at the 11-yard line. But I can't read. Even a blind squirrel can find a nut every now and again. I think you could learn how to read, or at least read a certain sentence. 1st and 10, handoff to the running back of TCU, and he's got a huge gain up to the 31-yard line. And just like that, a 20-yard gain on TCU's first play from scrimmage. Jeremy Payne doing the work for the Horned Frogs. If you're here watching IceBox Live, I appreciate you. Make sure to get in the chat, get active, man. We've got some space for you. First down again on the out route. And that one goes all the way to the 50-yard line. So 2 first downs in 2 plays for TCU, and Coach Incarnate is cooking to start off this ball game. If you want to help support the IceBox and don't have to spend a dime, you can type !Marvel in the chat, follow the steps, and play Marvel Strike Force. Don't have to spend a single thing. You can help us out just by playing a video game. They go short again to the tight end, and 3 straight first downs for TCU as they've got the ball up to the 37-yard line into Kansas State territory now. And this defense just kind of looks lost out there to start this ball game. Not the start that K-State wanted. We'll see if they can stop them now. 1st and 10. 6.5 to go in the first quarter. Looking at the tight end on the out route, and he somehow makes the catch in triple coverage. Kamorian Pimpton. What a name, by the way. 1st and 10. Excuse me, 2nd and 1. That was the first time that they didn't have 1st and 10 this entire drive. And they go handoff to the running back, and Kansas State is there to stop Jeremy Payne. After the 20-yard rush last time, this one appears to have gone backwards. Still going to be 3rd and 1, though. JG says boomer. After that Texas win this week, he should be sooner. I believe they were in the coaches poll this week, probably receiving votes in the media poll. I'd imagine beating the number 1 team will get you ranked no matter how low you are on the totem pole. So, congrats to JG on that huge upset. They go run again. K-State misses the tackle, and TCU marks their spot at the 21-yard line. Do I have to gift again to be number 1? I honestly thought that it stayed. Gift your way to the top. Yeah, I mean, it says you do, but you don't have to. We know you're the number 1. We know you're the number 1 gifter. They go an outside handoff this time, and it's 3 yards to the right side. Justice James got 10 tackles on the season from his cornerback spot in just 6 games. So, also a TFL. You can also give bits. You don't have to give subs if you want to give like less money. Like bits aren't. I don't think they're as expensive. They go option, and they get the ball to the running back on the play, and it is going to be 3rd and inches. He did not quite get there on 2nd down, so it's going to bring up 3rd and about the length of the football inside the red zone. First down would pretty much put them in goal to go, and they take the direct snap to the quarterback, the direct run with the running back, Josh Hoover, the quarterback, Josh Hoover, looking like a running back on that play, getting inside the 5 with his legs. It's going to be 1st and goal for TCU, and the Horned Frogs keep this drive alive. 1st and goal, under 4 to go in the first quarter. Hoover in the shotgun. He'll hand it off on the counter play. And a solid 3 on that play, but no more. He'll be stopped at the 2. Austin Romaine laying the hit. It looked like that was actually a DB that laid that hit, coming from the secondary. Now they're coming out in Hulk. Power Eye Hulk. So load that box, K-State. 2nd and goal from the 2. And they try to go up the middle, and Kansas State's ready for it this time. Payne's got 94 speed. So what happened to Dylan Edwards? Not Dylan Edwards. DJ Giddens, right? Wasn't he still on K-State, or was it Edwards? I believe it was Edwards, actually. So what happened to him? JG says this formation is insane. Yeah. Anything named Hulk has got to be a little insane. 3rd and goal from the 3. Can K-State bend but not break? And they go it again to Josh Hoover, and he's going to find his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And with about 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, TCU gets the first points on the board. And it was with a Josh Hoover run. So twice that time he saved the Horned Frogs with his legs. And now the extra point to give them the full 7-point lead up and right in the hands of the Allstate Insurance. If you also have a Prime account and you want to support the channel, type !Prime in the chat. You can find out how to link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch and support us, again, completely for free. Again, !Prime, and you'll get some more information on that, on how to link both accounts. You can just subscribe to us for completely free if you pay for Amazon Prime. Of course, there are other ways to subscribe and support, but that's a free way. They go across the middle of the tight end as Kansas State start this drive off with a 5-yard gain. Avery Johnson, 4 of 7. Josh Hoover's 3 of 3 to start this game. And, of course, he's got a touchdown on the ground as well. So, yeah, I wonder what happened to Dylan Edwards. He was in to start the season. Maybe just an injury. They go play action. Short of the tight end again. This one tipped and incomplete. Garrett Oakley couldn't quite reel that one in. That was a tough catch to make. Linebacker going to make him work for that one. Well, that might have been one of the DBs of this Horned Frogs defense. 3rd and 5 for the Wildcats of Kansas State. Need the 30 to convert. Going long on the right side, caught around the 50-yard line, and he gets himself all the way to the 45. And this is the first snap from TCU territory for Kansas State on the day. And a nice throw by Avery Johnson to pretty much throw his receiver open. Beautifully done. And Avery Johnson keeps his team out here. Got his running back, and he'll go to him. Tries to stay on his feet, but gets tripped up. 2nd and 3 after the 7-yard gain. 6 of 10 now for Avery Johnson. Right around 60 pass yards for the day, but only 3 yards needed to convert now. And they fake this one. Go option play to Avery Johnson. He's still on his feet, trying to get inside the 20, and he gets right to it at the 21-yard line, and nearly a red zone snap incoming, but a great play by this dual threat quarterback of the Kansas State Wildcats, and they've got the ball in prime field position. Who knows, we could see another banger. We saw one last week between Earl and Kenny. This one an outside handoff to the running back of Kansas State, Jackson, and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. And they're an extra point away from tying up this football game. That drive looked masterful by Kansas State. They had 1 third down, and other than that, they just took it to him with yards after the catch or yards past the line of scrimmage on the ground. Had a great run by Avery Johnson, and then a great run by Jackson, the running back. Very familiar song. Penguin and I heard that all of last year. Seagloss was having a lot of success with these K-State Wildcats. Rocket, not exactly the same success in year 1, but these dynasties go for quite a few years. First down, handoff to the outside. K-State ready for it. They go backwards a yard as Payne, feeling the pain in the backfield. Marion Fortenberry. Second and 11, about 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Still a tie ball game, 7-7. They fake the handoff, looking for an open man. He might want to go across the middle. He does. Caught, first down, up to the 40-yard line, and a nice throw and catch by Josh Hoover to his receiver. And that play should end the first quarter in a 7-7 ball game. Might get one snap off here before we take a quick break. And they will not. We'll let this one roll to the second quarter, 7-7 in this Big 12 midseason matchup here in Manhattan, Kansas. It's been a great one so far. TCU 2-0 in conference play. Kansas State 0-4. All of their losses have come at the hands of Big 12 opponents. TCU looking to make an appearance in the Big 12 championship game with that record so far. They're looking to do it, but they need to get out of here with a win first. First and 10, they go RPO, and it goes nowhere. Barely back to the line of scrimmage. They'll bring up second and 10. Great coverage by Kansas. And the Wildcats force a second and 10. Bomar, appreciate the follow if you're watching. This is the 19th matchup between these two squads all time. They go toss play to the left, and he nearly breaks free, but the Kansas State defense ready. And they force a 3rd and 6. TCU is 8. Kansas State is 10-8 all time against TCU. The last time they played was in 2023, and Kansas State won 41-3. And that was also in Manhattan, Kansas. And the time before that was, I believe, in the Big 12 championship, where Will Howard was still with the Wildcats. And Hoover going to take off and run for it. And he's going to have more than enough for the first down. Gift me, coach. I know you want to be number one. Brickhead wants a gifted sub. Biggs. Ball is in your court. I'd never make you give money to this channel. You've done more than enough in your time here. First and 10 from the 41. And they go handoff, and Kansas State ready for it that time. That goes backwards 3 yards as Bo Palmer, the Mike linebacker, thumping the running back in the backfield for that TFL, his first of the game. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 13 with 8 minutes to go in the half. They fake the handoff one more time. Nearly fooled the K-State defense, and I think it did. But an overthrow by Josh Hoover, his first incompletion of the game, sails over to the sideline. And now 3rd and 13 coming up. Might have had the first down there to that receiver if the ball was on target, but no ifs, ands, or buts in college football. Next play, 3rd and 13. Hoover has time in the pocket, looking for a man. Going deep, right side. Tipped, incomplete. Great defense by Kansas State. And that is going to have to be a punt. It would be a 60-yard field goal from the spot. And probably the smart move by Coach Incarnate here to just send this one back to Kansas State on the punt. And I believe that might be kick-catch interference. We shall see. And it was indeed. So tack on a few extra yards to that return, and they'll get the ball at the 35-yard line. Kansas State a chance to take that elusive lead that they've seeked so far, and this one's going to keep with Avery Johnson. I have the feeling that's going to be the plan a lot of this contest, but that one goes backwards. At least TCU knew it on that play. 2nd and 12 coming up for the Wildcats after that one. So week 7 of the season got a lot of members of the dynasty in the top 25. Got a few in the top 10. And even more in the top 5. An overthrow by Avery Johnson, and probably luckily so. That ball was very close to being intercepted by that TCU defender. But 3rd and 12 nonetheless, so 12 yards to gain to keep the drive alive. 7:30 to go in the half. Still 7-7 in this ballgame. Kansas State looking to change that here soon. Going across the middle, but tipped down at the line of scrimmage. And great defense by that TCU D-line as they swat the ball to the turf. 4th and 12, punts away. TCU will get the ball back around the 20-yard line. They look to return it. Only get a couple on the return. Up to the 23-yard line. And TCU will look to regain the lead. Top interceptions this season. Schaefer. Go Minutemen. Tied for third in the nation. There was also a Nebraska, I believe, defensive back in there as well. So, Bink, one love to you. Josh Hoover rolling out. He's going to take off and run again, and he slides down for a nice 9-yard gain at the 31-yard line. He's got 33 rushing yards already in this contest. It just seems like any situation in the backfield, he can get out of it. I mean, I knew Josh Hoover was an athlete, but gotta say, I underestimated him coming into this one, but I will not make that mistake anymore. Handoff up the middle, Kansas State ready for it. They do get about a half a yard, but that leaves a half a yard to be desired as Jeremy Payne sets them up with a 3rd and inches at the 32-yard line. More like 31 and a half. More like 32 and a half, actually. They do not need much. 3rd and inches for TCU. They throw it. They go out route. Caught. First down. Up to the 38-yard line. And a nice play call by Coach Incarnate, keeping this drive alive on the quick play. First and 10. I believe they're calling this the 39. They go they go option with Josh Hoover, and that time Kansas State not fooled at all. Back to the line of scrimmage, if that. 2nd and 10 for TCU. They come out in shotgun once again. They'll draw back to Paskin. They keep an eye on Hoover. They go across the middle, and what a throw by Josh Hoover. Threading the needle in between defenders. He's got 78 yards in this first half. And another Texas Christian first down. Up across the 50 and into K-State territory. About halfway through the second quarter. TCU looking to break that tie on the scoreboard. They go tunnel screen. Looks like K-State was ready for it, but so were those TCU blockers, and that gets about 6. Could have been a lot better, but it could have been a lot worse as Major Everhart moves it up to the 42-yard line. 2nd and 4 for TCU. Gloss says, that voice, I appreciate it. Maybe I could do this for a living one day. They go with the option play and rocket read it the whole way. Nicely done as Gunnar Maldonado getting the tackle in the backfield. Not sure if they're going to give him the TFL, but I'd say for the effort on the play, he deserves it. You could right now, cuh. Well, all right, I'll start applying. ESPN? No, not ESPN. Fox. Sure. Fox or CBS. You know how to reach me on Twitch. And they go run, and it looks like the slight hesitation from the TCU backer got them into a 4th down situation. It looked like he might have just had the edge if he just kept churning out to the left, but instead it's going to bring up 4th and 4, and TCU not settling for a punt this time. They're going 4th and 4. They'll be going for it. Need about the 37-yard line to convert. 6-7. 4th and 4, they go to the right. It is tipped and incomplete. I thought it was going to be picked. Then I thought it was going to be caught. Neither or. Ball hits the turf. And the only turnover on this play is a turnover on downs. And Kansas State, again, looks to get themselves back on the scoreboard. They are going out of the slot, seeing if he can get downfield. And the TCU defender right there with him, Bud Clark, his first deflection of the game. Has JG subscribed yet? I can't remember. Yes, he has. I was going to say, bro, if you haven't, somebody needs to gift you a sub. That one goes backwards, and Bud Clark again on that play. Coming out of his free safety spot, so on the last play, he gets a huge deflection. And on this play, blows right past his block. And gets a TFL for a 3-yard loss on the running back. 3rd and 13 for Kansas State. They need to get into TCU territory just to convert. 3 minutes to go. They go to the running back. Caught. Doesn't get much more than where he caught it. 4th and 7, 6-yard gain on the play. Looks like Coach Rockets is trying to mull it over, see what he wants to do. And the offense will inevitably trot off the field. And out comes the punt unit. Defense has been holding it down, knock on wood. So not the worst move in the world. Still 7-7 as this ball gets punted away. And TCU will return it from inside the 10. He gets nearly out to the 30-yard line, so solid return, getting a lot of those yards back. And TCU will have 2 minutes and 25 seconds to add to their 7 points on the scoreboard. And they go to the wide receiver on the right side of the play action. And it's a huge gain up to the 43-yard line. And a nice play by Incarnate and Josh Hoover to get his team into solid field position after just one play. And we'll hit the 2-minute warning. Still 7-7 here, but TCU, after one play, is looking to seize that momentum and take back that lead that was rightfully theirs earlier in this contest. 1st and 10 from the 43. Hoover dropping back, going to the zig route. It is caught. What a grab. Joseph Manjack the fourth. I believe he was the one that caught that last reception as well. 2nd and 2 from the 35. They want him again. They go to the other side this time. Caught, still on his feet. The tight end gets him all the way to the 21-yard line. Kamorian Pimpton, 36 yards on 3 catches in this game. Trickling toward 1 minute left to go in the half. Hoover making some adjustments at the line. Those K-State fans trying to get loud, trying to save this season for the Wildcats. 1st and 10, running back goes sprinting out to the right. They'll give it to him. Can he get wide? Not quite. He gets 5. And Kansas State will take their first timeout with just under a minute to go in the second quarter. So what games are in Week 8? What games do you guys want to see on IceBox Live in Week 8? Or if you guys have any, or if you guys want to get in on some of the spreads in Week 8, let me know. Any subscriber is more than welcome to bet. They go back to the running back on a screen pass, it looks like. 1st and goal inside the 10, now to the 8-yard line. Josh Hoover having a nice day today. 45 seconds to go. 1st and goal. Need 8 yards to pay dirt. They decide to run this ball. Looked like an RPO. Kansas State putting those big bodies in the box. Stopping it after just a 2-yard gain. 2nd and goal. We'll see if TCU decides to use any timeouts here. Under 20 seconds to go. 2nd and goal from the 6. Hoover again in the shotgun. They will run. It gets maybe a yard. And Texas Christian will call a timeout. Not a great running day for TCU. 10 rushes, 28 yards for 2-6. 5 yards to pay dirt. 3rd and goal. 11 seconds to go. They go up the seam on the RPO, and Kansas State picks it off. They do get it out of the end zone to just the 1-yard line, but the first turnover of the game belongs to the Cats. So last time they bent and they broke in the red zone, and this time they forced the turnover, and just like that, Kansas State's got a chance, or at least kept the points off the board for TCU. They go short to the running back, do get it out of bounds, and I think more or less that was just to end the half here, and smart play by Coach Rockets. They went past, they expected a run, and he just got the ball out as quick as possible, and just about ready to send this thing to halftime. 3 seconds to go. Still a tie game. Looks like they may be going with a play-action look here. They go short, incomplete, and that's how we'll end the half. Defensive ball game here. a pair of touchdowns early, but nothing since. 7-7, and TCU will receive the second half kickoff. Kansas State's defense has been putting in work so far. Same with TCU's. Can both these defenses keep it up? We're going to see a 10-14 game here. Special teams trying to make a mark, and they've got some space up the middle. If the offenses or defenses can't score some points, how about them boys on special teams as 4 takes it 100 yards. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. So how about that? Just 10 seconds for Jordan Bailey is all he needed. 105 yards on his first return attempt of the day. And he snagged 7 for his Horned Frogs. Coming right out of the locker room. Just their second kick return of the day. Actually, their first kick return of the day, because the first one was a touchback. Now Rocket going to try his luck. We'll see if the special teams can have a duel here. Not a bad return, but even better coverage up to the 20-yard line and no farther. Kansas State's going to have to work a little bit harder for their points. TCU retakes the lead, but they hand it off. Kansas State hands it off, and they get 9 on the first play of the drive for Joe Jackson. He's got 27 yards on 4 attempts. Solid average on the day, right around 7 yards per carry in those 4 carries. Second one. Some hot routes on the line for Avery Johnson. And they hand it off again! And Jackson finding some open space near the 50, all the way to the 48-yard line. Joe Jackson up near 10 yards a carry now. Closer to 9, actually. But either way, spectacular numbers for this young man. Just under a minute gone, over a minute gone. Avery Johnson firing to the right side. It doesn't let me pick who it goes to. It's random. Yes, Brickhead. He can't. Well, I mean, you can always just test your luck. I believe Turtle. It says Turtle hasn't subscribed, but I think he has. Johnson going across the middle. Dangerous throw. And it's tipped and incomplete. 3rd and 10, and Kansas State needs this one. In a game like this, you need all the points you can get. 3rd and 10. Avery Johnson rolling right. He goes to the flats. Not great blocking, and he'll only get about 3 yards on that carry. And it looks like Coach Rockets wants to go for this one on his own. On just into TCU territory on the 49-yard line. JG says, interesting choice. We'll see if it pays off. Going to the corner route, and that might be intercepted, and it is. Slides down at the 26-yard line as Kylan Jackson ends the Kansas State drive in a turnover. And JG, I guess you can call that one an arm punt. It wasn't the worst idea, but it ends in an interception for Avery Johnson regardless. And now coming out in that Hulk formation yet again is TCU. Field flips. Absolutely. They go toss play to the running back. And he can't quite get anywhere as Gabe Powers, the Will linebacker who already has the interception for the Wildcats, now has a TFL. A couple of platinum badges for him. Wrap up and workhorse. Junior signal color. Rockets better hope he can keep him around. Then again, he may be playing on Sundays next season. 2nd and 11 from the 26. Lofting deep down the right side. It's one-on-one. That one's intercepted. It's coming right back this way. DB stays on his feet past the 40. And back-to-back turnovers for these two Big 12 squads. Jaden Rowe. 1 tackle, 1 deflection, and now 1 INT. Don't go anywhere, folks. This game is still too close for comfort. They'll hand it off. They go halfback stretch, juke inside, and a nice run for Jackson. Yet again, up to 55 yards. And this Kansas State running back room, I feel like, just churns out great running backs. Dylan Edwards, DJ Giddens, and now it looks like Joe Jackson is right along with them. RPO, bubble, nice juke move. Gets them up to the 41-yard line. The duality of the Big 12 on IceBox Live. That is true. Last commentary game we had was also a Big 12 game. Houston and Texas Tech, and my goodness, there was no defense played in that game whatsoever. This game has been all defense. And showing some more right there. 3-yard loss as Marcus dealing out some TFLs. And it's going to be 2nd and 13 for Kansas State. So a very similar situation as they were in last time on this drive, or their last drive. Just about 4 minutes gone in this third quarter. Avery Johnson going to drop back to pass. They go Texas route, caught, and they get out of this situation. No problem, as Joe Jackson now has 49 yards receiving as well. This man has been the entire offense of the Cats so far today. Wanted to look at him again. Instead, they go out route, and it is caught for a 3-yard gain. Great defense, but even better offense for Jarang Bradley. His third catch of the day. That one goes for 3. 2nd and 7. Brickhead subscribed at Tier 1. No way. I missed it on the screen. Did it come up on the screen? I hope it did. Thank you, Brickhead, for your subscription. That one goes incomplete. They started. Has not yet. Must refresh, maybe? Who knows? I don't think it worked. Either way, Brickhead, I appreciate your subscription, man. They started a new goal for us after we hit 10 subscribers to get 10 more, so I just put it up on the screen. I figured it could be something fun for us to work toward. On 3rd and 7, they go screenplay, and Jackson cannot get there. And it looks like they're going to go for it. Not a bad move. I mean, now you got a lot less field to work with. You're inside the red zone. Just need... Now I can be a degenerate bookie on a video game. You can do that. We don't have age limits. And nearly intercepted on 4th down. TCU going to take over yet again. So back-to-back turnovers, quote-unquote, for these teams. And now TCU just looking to break that trend and find themselves with some more points on the board. Brickhead, just let me know. Screen pass cannot even get away. Kansas State defense in there quickly. Asa Newsom gets the pressure on the quarterback. I'll bring up 2nd and 10. Do we have team futures? We have conference championship odds, and people mentioned playoff odds as well. Be a little harder to calculate. I mean, not really that much harder, but conference championship odds and possibly playoff odds. They go for the quarterback on the option, but he tosses to the running back and only gets 3. Still solid defense for Kansas State. Wait, so I'll win real money for betting? Yes, but you'll also lose real money. That is how that works. That is how betting works. Got to earn my $5 back. That is true. Throw 5 on a team, or I will allow parlays too. No, only earn. No, you have to put in money. They look like one of the screen, and Hoover goes down. There was nobody open as Chidori Obiazor, the sophomore edge rusher. I don't lose. Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, then I suggest you pick the right spreads, Ballhawk. 4th and 13. That punt goes out of bounds at about the 47-yard line, and Kansas State will yet again have a chance to tie up this ball game in the third quarter. Player pop, Dylan Raiola over 1.5 interceptions. If you give me player props, I can give it odds. I feel like that's relatively fair. Like, you guys don't get to decide the odds, but if you wanted to do player props or like a yardage prop and you pick the number, I can give you the odds. Like, it's almost as if you're doing like an alternate line, something like that. It's not a horrible idea. Going to the flat. It's there. On 2nd and 11, they get 9. 3rd and 2. So into TCU territory once again. Do you guys, do any of you subscribers see the new animated icons? We have like new animated emotes. I don't know if they are working yet. I feel like that's a good idea. We just can't make props for our own players. Absolutely. You guys can't see your own spreads? This is Jeremiah Smith. On 3rd and 2, nice play by Kansas State. Had a man wide open in the flat. Bink, where's Bink at? Where's Bink at? We got the Jeremiah Smith gift. 1st and 10. They go screen pass, Kansas State, trying to find some room. Joe Jackson finding his blocks. 57 yards at Bink. And the Natty Trophy is terrible. Where's Penguin at? Penguin should be spamming that. 2nd and 5. They go short to the running back again. Nobody covering the flats. Nice spin move by Jackson. He's inside the 25, excuse me. The chat is on the screen twice. It is? I only see it once. 1st and 10. They go for just a couple yards there. Joe Jackson, 56 yards on just 8 attempts. Is that the case for everybody? Is everybody seeing the chat on the left and right? 2nd and 8. Avery Johnson going across the middle. It is incomplete to the tight end. I only see it on the right. Okay, Brickhead, fix your setup. 3rd and 8. From the 21-yard line. Need to convert this, or else it might be time to start taking some field goals. Might have the tight end on the corner route. He didn't see him. Avery Johnson throwing contested, tipped, and incomplete, and TCU's defense locks up once again. Held a message for bullying. I don't think you're bullying your iPhone. Well, you are bullying your iPhone, but it's an inanimate object. And a perfect kick for Rocket. Right down Broadway. And they finally get on the board. I thought he had him too. That's what I saw, the corner route. Either way, 14-10. And now all Kansas State needs to do is play some defense. 3 points definitely will not kill you, especially in a game where points like this are a premium. First and 10 from the 25. They go with a sweet play to the right, and it goes backwards. Desmond Purnell with his first TFL of the game, his 3rd tackle of the game. He had 5 in his last game. Coach Leftfoot and the Sooners would really appreciate a Wildcat win for recruiting purposes. So, fighting a Horned Frog recruit, are you? Or at least fighting for... Horned Frog's fighting for a recruit, I should say. 2nd and 14, Hoover dropping back, and the pressure gets home. Three of them. Didn't know that Fort Worth and Oklahoma were that close together, but I believe it. 3rd and 14. Kansas State 14 yards away from the stop they need. The crowd is finally getting back into this ball game. 3rd and 14. Might have the crossing route. Doesn't want it. He wants it all. Going down the right side. Tipped. Incomplete. Nearly caught. And I believe there was some miscommunication on the TCU sideline. They'll have to call timeout, and Incarnate will punt this one away. And Rocket will yet again have a chance to take the lead. Punt is fielded around the 37. It'll be returned. Nice moves. It gets about to 45-yard line, so 8 yards on the return. 7 deflections for TCU, 2 takeaways for Kansas State. 1 sack for the Wildcats as well. Where's Bink and Penguin at, man? First and 10. 38 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And they do get to the outside as Jackson gets a nice chip block from his O-line, and he's all the way to the 35 into TCU territory. If I was Rockets, I'd be handing the ball off to this guy every single time. He is up over 7 yards a carry. Up over 8 yards a carry. Penguin, there's an emote in there that I think you would like if you are a subscriber, and I believe you are. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. It looks like Rocket may just take this to the end, and he will. 14-10, we've got a ball game here in Manhattan. Kansas State down, but not out as they are driving. At the 35 now, but looking to take it all the way. 10 minutes to go in this ball game. TCU looking to stay undefeated in the Big 12. And Kansas State looking to grab their first win. 5 seconds on the play clock. They get it off. They go with a play-action play. Avery Johnson rolling out, and he's just going to chuck this one to the sideline. No harm, no foul. He's thrown the ball 33 times, completed 17 of them just. Ballhawks, send this to your friends. We need subs. Subscribers. We need subscribers. Do they have $5 or Amazon Prime? They go with a handoff this time to Jackson, and for the first time today, he looks human. He goes down after just 3 yards on that play. What are we doing with this money? Well, JG with the Jeremiah Smith again. What are we doing with this money? Could go to merch. Could go to hosting some sort of event. Something like that, like team merch. It's 2025. You ain't got no Prime. You live under a rock. Going to the curl route. It's caught! Somehow the TCU defender missed the ball. And it's complete. What a throw and what a catch. And Kansas State finds themselves inside the red zone yet again. They go to the left side. It is a 1 yard loss for Jackson, and he has had a little bit of struggles, just 2 yards on his last 2 carries. Penguin, no Jeremiah Smith emotes for you? Figured you'd be spamming that. And Bink had the other one because I put that one in and I gave Bink his own too. I had to. Going short, caught, near the first down marker. I don't even know what that is. 3rd and 2 after the solid 9-yard gain by the Wildcats. Chat was like Charlie XCX. They go to the fade route. It is dropped. Receiver had it. Didn't look the ball the whole way in. And now decision time. Heisman, baby. And now decision time. GG's. Did you like that one? I thought that was cool. That was actually Twitch's emoji that they gave us. 2 yards for the first down. And they go with an option play to Avery Johnson, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas State. And they take their first lead of the contest. I'm so glad that's getting used. Woot. Just under 8 to play in the game, and Kansas State sees their first lead of the game, 17-14. And their defense looks to step up once again. You know, in all these Big 12 games, I could have sworn everybody would take the over. I would definitely have taken the over in all these games, but defenses have stepped the heck up in this one. Just over 30 points total scored in the game, and not sure how many more are going to be. Someone betting on this game? No, not as far as I know. If they did, then they're betting on they're betting on a third-party site. A nice run by TCU. Gunnar Maldonado makes the tackle, but Jeremy Payne inflicting some pain on that Kansas State defense. 3 IceBox lives, 3 apparent victories for teams I'm cheering for, taking $5 bribes for my support during IceBox games. Penguin says INT. Black market icebox betting before GTA 6. Not impossible. Hoover looking to go to his receiver across the middle. It's caught inside the 35 all the way to the 30-yard line. And 1st and 10. And already in field goal range. So we had a catch on the last drive with Kansas State. Jinxed it. We had a play on the last drive where TCU defender missed the ball. And now, just like that, TCU making Kansas State pay for their mistake as they're inside the 30-yard line out of the 29. It's going to be 2nd and 9. Throw a pick, you Jew. Why is Incarnate a Jew? I thought he was ethical. Not that Jews aren't ethical. But I feel like you said it as derogatory. And that was definitely supposed to be an RPO, but some miscommunication. Ball was fumbled. TCU lucky to fall back on it. Jews are very ethical. Not. I'm kidding, sorry. That's a train. That emoji is called the beamer emoji. Hoover rolling right, throwing back to the middle of the field. Another drop for these receivers. Mrs. Dink says she's a Jew. She is, I think, 1% Jew. Do you guys like the animated train emoji? It's for Beamer. That's Pikachu. Fire that receiver for sure. Kick is up, and that might just be good. We've got a tie ball game yet again here in Manhattan. That drive was very short. 5 plays, 20 seconds, 41 yards. They do get the 3 out of it, though. And now with 6:12 to go in the contest, Kansas State looks to retake the lead and possibly end this one. I don't even know what that is. Is that Oscar the Grouch? I think that's Oscar the Grouch. The emoji looks different. It looks like Oscar the Grouch. It might not be. How about it, folks? 6:09 to go in the game. Kansas State looking to get back in the end zone. Back-to-back drives. They hand it off to Jackson. That's a solid recipe for success in this ball game. Second and 6. After that 4-yard gain by Joe Jackson, he has had a complete day today. 68 receiving yards, 83 rushing yards, and if Kansas State can somehow pull this one off, definitely going to be looking his direction for player of the game. Bob Ross. Esports gambling on my racism app, SMFH. Wanted smelly Indian jokes. All I got was TCU not covering the spread. You don't know if TCU was favored. They were favored. 3rd and 1 after the 5-yard RPO. Well played. Now just 1 yard to go. Keep this drive alive for Kansas State. We need a Bob Ross stream. Paint a picture, Dink. I don't paint. Mrs. Dink paints, to be honest. Maybe I'll have her host one. We have to hit the sub goal if we want a drunk Bob Ross stream. And they go with a handoff. TCU ready for it in every facet. Nico Lashley blitzing into the backfield. And on 4th and 5, it looks like Kansas State wants to go for it, but I'm not sure if that's anyone can paint a happy little cloud, Brody. Wait, are we gambling on games? Coach B, yes, that has been a huge, not a huge thing, but yeah, any Twitch subscriber is eligible to put money down on games. We're allowing spreads and parlays. You gotta DM me. Yes, we're serious. There's a whole Twitch chat about it. Or not a Twitch chat. There's a whole Discord channel about it. 4th and 5 in an obvious punting situation for Kansas State. They refuse. 4th and 5 and they will go. Across the middle, it is caught and they will continue. No, not that, bro. Oh yeah, bro, going for it. Well, your boy Rocket's just converted. Where are the lines posted? They don't get posted. You need to ask me for the lines. Coach, that's how we've been doing it. If you ask me, if you pick out your games, whichever one you want, then I'll give you the lines. Screen to the left. It's caught for a 4-yard gain. I physically can't watch this. I don't know. I'm enjoying the heck out of myself. This has been a great game. Defensive and very ballsy, as you said, JG. 2nd and 6. Avery Johnson will drop back again, and another drop. Do these receivers have hands? Are we advancing tonight? That was originally the goal. Advance mid-game. I don't know what happens in that scenario, to be honest. I think the stats just aren't recorded. 3rd and 6, and another huge down in distance for Avery Johnson. And the Texas route gets home to Jackson. And he's got a first down all the way to the 43-yard line. Avery Johnson, you are a Florida State Seminole. Please don't. Don't even put it in the air. Don't even put the possibility out there. 1st and 10, they go option. Avery Johnson keeps. He's got room to the outside, across the 30, sliding down past the 30 at the 29. He's got 37 rush yards on the day. Penguin decided to highlight his message. Thanks for spending your channel points on a swear word. Lenora Sellers is a UCF Knight. Probably not. I don't know if Arch Manning's hitting the portal either. Then again, if Texas sucks enough, they might. But you're their only loss of the season, JG. 1st and 10. They hand this one off. Up the middle it goes to the 28-yard line. 2nd and 9. NIL does wonders. I'm the friggin' owner. Well, co-owner. I'm the owner. I'm a co-owner of the IceBox, bro. I should have NIL deals. Tennessee sucks more than Texas. That is technically true. It looks like Turtle's in the chat. Rockets may just let this one go to the 2-minute warning, and he will. He saw the dark side firsthand. Arch on the way. Imagine. He jumps over the Red River. 2nd and 9, 2 minutes to go in the game. TCU only has 2 timeouts because of the miscommunication they had earlier. Looks like they want to go across the middle. They do. Caught. Not a first down quite yet. If this comes down to a field goal, I'm shooting the ref. Why? That's probably how this is going to go. Because even if Kansas State doesn't convert and they get a field goal, they're probably going to, maybe they might go to overtime. Brickhead, I'm not even going to say that out loud because I'm not going to jinx. That's assault, brother. that it is. That it is. I like touchdowns. This has not been the game for you. There's been a total of 4 between 2 teams. They go RPO, and he just gets the first down. 1, 2, 3 on the clock. It stops, but it'll start rolling again as soon as K-State gets up to the line and set. And we'll see how much time Rockets decide to take all this clock. And he will go very quickly. And that's going to be a sack on Avery Johnson. Not the ideal play. So not only do they go quickly into the play clock, they go backwards. Just over 50 seconds to go in the ball game. 20 seconds on the play clock. They still snap it. Has a man. Bad throw by Avery Johnson. And that could have been a touchdown and possibly the game. Ban the 30-yard drop back. It's your own fault, man. I mean, you're going to get sacked for the 30-yard loss. It helps you more. Bro needs to take his timeouts. Does he? There's only 48 seconds left on the clock, and it's 3rd and 21. Brickhead. Yeah, never mind. JG says run the ball. I don't know why we're not here. Please force him to call timeout. They will run it. Jackson does find some space. They do kind of center it. And TCU will finally take that timeout. Honestly, smart clock management by TCU and Kansas State, not as much. 4th and 17, don't really got much choice. You are at home. Turtle, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it until afterwards. 4th and 7 from the 43 seconds from the 25. It'll be about a 42-yard field goal. Perfect right down Broadway. I don't know what Rockets has been cooking, but he has been dead perfect on his field goals today. Super clutch kick. Turtle, if you subscribed, you wouldn't have ads. There's 30 seconds left of the game. I can't even... I don't time the ads, to be honest. Think of it this way. What? Think of it this way. You're either gonna give me money with your Prime subscription, or you're gonna get me money through watching ads. Big says TCU moneyline. They've got 33 seconds, one timeout, and a whole lot of field to go. Plenty of time though. Dorito. There's a way I can snooze ads, I think, but I haven't exactly. I don't know how to do it yet. 2nd and 10. Hoover dropping back. He does have time. He goes to the running back, and it is incomplete out of the backfield. 3rd and 10. I can't with the ads. Like, why? I don't care about... But what? Oh, Kit Kats. Because money, bro. Last one. Wingstop. I can't snooze it. I thought I could snooze it. I can't snooze it. Bing still owes me. 3rd and 10. Hoover drops back. He's going deep. Down the left side. It's caught by his running back. There is time on the clock. Ball was tipped and caught at the 42-yard line. 20 seconds to go. Clock is rolling. Hoover dropping back again. Lofting it deep to the right side out of the seam. He might have him beat. And he overthrows it. That could have been a touchdown yet again. Do not fry my game. Stay tuned. Well, the over didn't... Oh, wait, no, the over did hit in our last game. It was 90. The live over was 90, and it ended up as 94. So, low-key, JG might be cooking with the betting. He did have it. He did. Catch the ball. I think that might have just been an overthrow. But either way, he had him. 2nd and 10. 40 from the 42-yard line, going deep to the left side once again. This one's intercepted, and that's how the game will end. Ball's at the 1-yard line. But that should just about do it. One positive run, and this game is over. JG with legal tender on us on this game, not in this game. He does get forward, and that will end the ball game. Kansas State gets their first win in Big 12 play and sends TCU back home with their first loss in the conference of the season. And just like I said, Joe Jackson, 83 rush yards and 16 attempts, and also hefty receiving numbers as well. Guys, thank you for watching this game. It was a great one yet again. We've had back-to-back great commentary streams. We're going to advance right after this, boys. Thanks again for watching, and thank you, Turtle, for watching some ads. I appreciate it. You made me some money with that. I appreciate you. Thanks again, everybody, and we will see you on the next IceBox live stream.